Oh god, the fucking Zeratul missions. There isn't a single moment in this arc that I can't find something offensively wrong about. Let's just make a drinking game of this one. I'll start this bullshit up and I'll take a shot every time something fucking stupid happens. So Raynor uses this memory crystal thing to discover that Zeratul has changed notably since Brood War. He's now voiced by Fred Tatasciore, who I know best as Baird from Gears of War. I really love this actor, but he doesn't seem to do much for this role.
Friend Raynor, long has it been since we stood together against the Swarm. Since then, I have wandered the void in solitude, seeking an ancient prophecy.
Is there like no coffee in Blizzard's recording studio? They should have just told him he was doing Gears of War.
Sorry you had to split. Okay. So good I should charge admission. That's gotta hurt. That was fun. No, I really like that. I'd like to keep doing that.
Okay, so Zeratul's original actor, Jack Rishel, is quite sadly dead, and they will probably never find a voice actor that badass to play him again. I can deal. At least Tatasciore is playing the Zeratul we all know and love, right?
If you can so easily read my mind, Kerrigan, you'll see that I'll never give up, so long as hope remains.
No, what? What the fuck? Who the hell are you, the little Protoss that could? This irritating dickweed we're told is Zeratul rambles on like this about its duty to the Protoss and to the galaxy for the entire fucking chapter. And it's so out of character for anyone who remembers the first game.
The prophecy is uncertain. There is always hope.
This is grade A bullshit. This fucking knob isn't Zeratul. The character we knew from the first game was a real hard-ass and the most prominent of the Dark Templar. An order that I might remind you had been trodden under the boot of the Conclave and sentenced to exile from their beloved homeworld for generations. Every time Zeratul opened his sigh hole, he was ready to dispense some mind-blowing, world-weary wisdom in that awesome voice of his, or to deliver a cynical bitch slap to some asshole like Aldaris.
Ire is our homeworld. It is here that we shall make our stand.
Just as your Conclave did. They are dead now, Aldaris. Dead because they allowed their pride to blind their reason. Only if we learn from their mistakes can we live to avenge them.
It's like they thought we'd forget completely one of the most memorable characters in the entire franchise. Zeratul was, by an enormous margin, my favorite character in StarCraft and in Brood War. And now without any explanation whatsoever, his disposition and motivations are completely different. Who is this boring fucking asshole? Despite my earlier nitpicking, the game has frankly been pretty awesome up to this point, and now suddenly it started running off the fucking rails! In reality, we're just getting started with Zeratul. It seems the purpose of these chapters was to mercilessly retcon every interesting character from the first StarCraft into complete mediocrity. Jumping back, the Zeratul missions begin with a boring FMV fight between him and Kerrigan in a cave. Wait, did you see that? What in the name of Evil Ryu was that? She just threw a fucking Saidoken! Why is it that every major game franchise nowadays has to have glitzy, pre-rendered, Advent Children-esque anime fights that have no relationship to the style or tone of the game, let alone the actual freaking gameplay? Also in this cutscene, Kerrigan gets a chance to explain her motivations. Wait, don't we already know them? She wants to take control of the Zerg, get revenge on Mengsk, and bring the galaxy under her chitinous boot, right? Nope. Now she's got a new game plan. And it makes no sense!
Fate cannot be changed. The end comes. And when it finds me, I shall embrace it at last.
So your new motivation is that you have no motivation? Oh man, this is fucking riveting. So why then is she chasing after the artifact? Why kill billions of people? This character who's supposed to be feared as the evil Queen of Blades has already shown some really weak characterization in this game. And at this point it's pretty clear she's no longer a credible villain. Everyone talks about her like she's just another step to one objective or another, a means to stopping the Zerg, or potentially getting Raynor what he wants. She gets her one chance in the game right here to explain why she deserves to be the villain, and she totally blows it. I'll get back to Kerrigan later, but this movie and the subsequent mission are the point where it becomes apparent that something has clearly gone wrong in the production of Wings of Liberty. The two most interesting characters from the first game fight in a cave and basically exchange schoolyard taunts, explaining their hazy, barely defined motivations as ones that completely conflict with their previously established roles. If you wanted to have a chapter where a hopeful, stalwart Protoss protagonist races against time to find out what some Xel'Naga dude's sinister plans for the galaxy are, then you already have a perfect character in fucking Artanis! Fuck, I hate these missions! Give me a minute. I think I just threw up all over my laptop.
I cannot decipher the fragments on my own.
Well, sure, but don't let it stop you from saying shit like this.
The prophecy is uncertain.
And before you even got a hold of them, too. I'm sorry, can I really be expected to care about this prophecy subplot? There's been no mention of it before in the series, and it's used in a way that undermines any narrative tension we might experience. If you look at classic tales like those of Oedipus or Macbeth, you find they use prophecy to complement character-driven motivation rather than substitute for it. But it seems like it's being used increasingly in fantasy by sloppy writers because they can't think of any meaningful way to get the story moving. Wasn't it scary enough that Duran was on some planet crossbreeding the Zerg and the Protoss for the god race that created them in the first place? Anything could happen, right? Oh, but now there's a prophecy. It's like everything's determined in advance. We're just puppets in the Xel'Naga's evil scheme or something. Hey, wait a minute, wasn't Duran in this review already? Anyway, apparently that bonus mission in Brood War never fucking happened. Zeratul takes the prophecy to Prophecy Planet, and when he discovers hybrids there, he acts like he's never seen them before.
A Protoss and Zerg hybrid. Gods, an abomination. Who created this atrocity?
I'll say it again, why is Zeratul such a naive, clueless idiot in this game? Trust me though, if you think Blizzard's expected us to have some selective memory regarding the first game so far, you haven't seen a damn thing yet. The next mission takes place on Aiur, homeworld of the Protoss, where the climactic battle with the Overmind took place. You could be forgiven for expecting this to be an awesome throwback to battles past, and the atmosphere is great on this level, but fighting your way to the Overmind's corpse instead rewards you with the worst scene in any Blizzard game ever.